Welcome back, friends. I'm Juliette, and today we're doing full body 50-minute restorative yoga practice. It's a slow-paced practice to restore all the connective tissues in the muscles after entire week of the hard working out together. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. We do new workouts every single day. So guys, I'm gonna guide you through all the modifications, and you team have to do your best. So let's restore. Alright guys, so let's begin our restorative practice today in our child pose. So we'll begin in a simple, gentle child pose up here. If you need to put your knees a little bit wider, you can put them a little bit wider. But I want you just to focus on the soft, feel good back, lower back, middle back, after back, all the way. And just before we start, let's just set a loving, nurturing intentions towards our body, which is so important. So the body can heal, recover, grow, expand, get stronger, healthier, even more than it is right now. And from here, guys, let's slowly walk our arms towards the right and cover your right hand with your left and just fold forward for a couple more breaths. Just in through the nose, out through that nose, and walk towards the left right now. And go ahead and cover your left with your right. Very good, and just give it a breath or two. And back, guys, towards the center. From here, take your hands a little bit farther, coming up on the fingertips and draw the elbows towards the floor. Just give your arms good straight, shoulder blades apart. Continue to feel your chest on your knees. And if you need to put your hands back rather than fingertips, do that, or come up with me and just shift to the little plank on your knees, or a little bit even less. Keep warming up, strengthening the fingertips. We're gonna do just a few more times. Reach up and over the wrist, shoulders over the wrist. Take it back, guys. Again, if that is not available, I need you to put your hands back on the floor. And we do just one more. We do just one more. All the way, guys. Very nice. Take it back on the floor and open up your knees a little bit wider. Bring your belly towards the ground, towards your mat. Just set the chin on the floor. Put your head on the side if you have to do that. And just another breath or two. And then slowly draw your left, guys, arm underneath the right, left underneath the right. And if that is not available, just do what you can. Just slowly put your head on the floor. Awesome. And let's go ahead and go from the other side. Just put right now your right underneath the left. Support yourself. Just a breath or two, just opening up, waking up the shoulders, the upper body. And come on back up to the center. And we will continue with the wrist, waking up. So if that is too much, you go halfway through, whichever you can do, and we will begin with the one hand at a time. Support yourself with another hand normally and just do a few rocking movements back and forth. If rocking movements are too much for your wrist, then just stay stable up here. You don't have to rock. But if your body allows you to go a little bit more range of motion, then do it. Let's stretch this, just like this. And let's do another hand. So again, support it with the other hand and just rock forward and backwards. You don't have to rock at all. Sometimes wrist can be super sensitive and it takes some time until it will allow you even to go and turn it upside down like this way all the way through. So be very mindful. Let's stretch this side. We're gonna get back to the wrist in a second. We're gonna work on our ankles and the toes. So begin with one leg, and what we're doing, we're shifting the weight on the top part of the ankle. So stay right here with me and just shift and release, and just again shift and release, and then do the other side. And guys, we will continue to do it exactly the same way. If that is already challenging and kind of even hurting your ankle, you have to downgrade it a little bit and maybe not too much weight on that ankle. If that feels extremely comfortable and it doesn't bother you at all, then go ahead and lift both knees off the floor. But it's only for those who feel fine with one knee lift. And if it's too much, just continue to do one leg at a time. Now shift the weight a little bit more towards the toes, and now a little bit more towards the ankles. Towards the toes, towards the ankles, guys. The same applied if you do just one knee at a time. Towards the ankles, towards the toes, towards the ankles. Go ahead and open up the heart. Tuck your toes at the back, just like that, into your mat. We're going to reverse this, stretch, and go ahead and sit on your toes. Try, guys, to sit. If sitting on your toes is challenging, you have to use the blocks on the side. Guys, just use the blocks. We have the blocks. You must use your tools. Let's go ahead and take it back, and we return back to our wrist. You don't have to go all the way through. Remember, you can do just one arm at a time. If you're doing two, that's great. Maybe you do just a halfway through, a little bit more than a normal, but not all the way back. And we go for the cat and cow stretch up here. Impacts our arms differently, impacts our back differently. So it's a different way stretching our body just by changing the direction of the fingertips. Very nice. Now tuck your toes, guys, and maybe, just maybe, shift a little bit more weight towards the heels. Just a little bit more weight, guys, towards the heels, and then back, and then towards the heels, and then back, and then towards the heels, and then back. Let's do one more time. Towards the heels and back. Let's return our hands back and give them a stretch. Good stretch. And to the other side. Very nice. From here, guys, let's go ahead and walk from our tabletop towards the right. Just all the way. Walk towards the right. Try not to squat really deep, but stay with the hips somewhere above the knees as it was a tabletop, and just looking behind the right shoulder all the way. That's very good. Walk back, guys, with me. And now we're gonna walk our hands towards the left. Try to stay nice and tall and just walk them towards the left and look behind the left shoulder. Just a breath or two. Take it back to the front. We will do just the same thing, but this time we're going to walk first right hand, then cross it over with the left, and just continue to stay up here. You're gonna feel it, guys, a lot in the hips, in the back, in the side lines of your body, in the shoulders as well. And let's walk it to the other side. Walk left first and then cover it with the right. Just like that. And you're gonna feel it again in the left sideline, shoulders and wrist, and go ahead and keep looking behind the left shoulder. That is perfect. We're going to grab our heels and fold forward. Bring the head on the floor. Give it a good quality breath. Preparation for the rabbit pose. It's kind of a modification of it. Come on back up, and we're going to wake up our legs a little bit more. So we're going to lean Without rounding the spine, lean backwards and activate the quadricep, the front part of our legs, just up here, and just active legs. Active legs. 3, 2, 1. Come on up, bend your knees and hover. Just a soft hover. Keep the belly active. 3, 2, 1. Back to the quadricep hold. Activate the quads. Lean back, don't back bend. Excellent. Take it back and hover, guys. Hover. See if you can bring the body a little bit deeper. We're gonna do 2 more like this. Come on up and guys, hover. That's it. Good work. Come on back and hover. Come on up again. Come on up and activate the quads. Active quads, active quads. Active quads. It's going to help you with a lot of asanas, including the floating camel. Come on back and restore in a hover. Beautiful. Take your hands back on the floor, up and down through the cat and cow pose. Very nice, very therapeutic flow. Such a simple one, but such a good one for our body. And we will continue this cat and cow flow in the Gomukhasana or cow face pose. We're going to take the right leg, guys, and cross it over towards the left. See if you can express your feet a little bit farther away on the mat and just continue to flow in your cat and cow pose. Just a few extra movements here. Again, just changing the legs position. That affects our back stretches. Parts are with the parts in the back we're stretching. The regions, the little areas, affects the hips. Gives completely different stretching. So we're gonna hold it and dive forward. For some of us, it's gonna be just in elbows, and for some of us, it's gonna be a little bit deeper. I don't want you guys to force yourself. Just find the space in the back, in the hips. Draw the shoulder blades apart and continue to expand through the heart rather than trying to get deeper down. And just rest up here. We're gonna hold it for a few extra breathing. In restorative practice, we hold our asanas a little bit longer. A little bit longer. Come on back up. And your left is up front because you swing your right into your left. We're gonna take our right arm underneath the left. Please support yourself up here for the beginners, or go ahead and open it up and draw your hand all the way towards the inner thigh on the opposite leg. Just a few breaths up here. Soft breathing. In through the nose, out through that nose, and then slowly, gently return yourself back to the center. It's time to undo the legs. Do couple cat and cow flows as a normal kneeling position. And then we're going to carry our left above the right. I want you guys to notice the differences between right and left sides. It's always going to be different. And let's begin our little cat and cow flow. Just a simple up and down movements. Very nice. Just a few more, guys. Just a few more. Very good. All right. And let's slowly dive down a little bit deeper. It might be just your forearms, or it could be all the way down. So be very mindful. You don't have to go deep. Just listen to your body and just close your eyes and try to let the tension go through each and every part of our body. We're gonna give it a good 5 to 6 breaths up here. Stay with me, guys. Soft inhalations through the nose and soft exhalations through the nose as well, using your belly breathing. With each and every breath, your tension goes away. And let's slowly to return back. And we will take our left arm underneath the left, underneath the right. And guys, if you have to support yourself up here, this is very nice, very normal. Or draw your hand all the way behind the back. Just a few extra breathing cycles. Stay connected with your body. In and out through the nose. In through the nose. In out through the nose. In through the nose. In out through the nose. We're gonna give it just a few more breaths. And then slowly undo, coming back up. All right, let's go ahead and take it up and down for just a couple times. And then undo those legs in a normal tabletop position. And let's go ahead and swing our hips a couple times on the right and couple times on the left. Very good. Perfect. And then let's stop right in the center. And we're gonna flow for the minute or two in between the child pose and the up dog. It could be the cobra instead. We always talk about it. Some days are better, some days are a little bit more tough on flexibility. So you might be up here, you might be all the way up here, you might be all the way on your elbows, and that is totally fine. Let's go ahead and give it a few movements forward and back. Don't be afraid to stop in the places where your body asking you to stop, right? I want you to feel that body. Feel it, guys. If it's asking you to stop and get an extra movements, do it. If it's asking you to go and stay longer in a child pose, do it. If it's asking you to stay in a child pose for 40 minutes, then don't do it, right? If it's asking you to eat the French fries every day, don't do it. This is not the true body call. And let's take it all the way, guys, to the center, to the cobra, sphinx, or up dog, whichever is fits to your practice the best. Take your head all the way up, then take your head all the way down, then take your head on the side. Don't block the shoulders, take your head on the other side. And only if that's available, go ahead and go the half circle. Only if that feels right, go ahead and go another half circle. Take it all the way to the other shoulder and all the way. Great work. Let's slowly take ourselves back. Tuck your toes, guys, and extend your knees all the way through. Drop the head, relax your neck. Both hands flat on the floor, and we're just going to bend our one knee in a time. Bend your right, then bend your left, and then bend your right again, and then bend your left, and just a couple more times. We're gonna go to the ragdoll after that, so we will slowly walk back, guys. Bend your knees and hold your hands on the floor. Drop the head and just stay here for a few breaths, or if you want, you can take your hands up and above and relax your hands, your shoulders, your neck again. So you don't have to take those hands up, but that's just an option to add more shoulder work here, more shoulder opening if you want, but you can really have your hands just on the floor, and let's just hold it for a breath or two. And slowly, guys, walk back to your downward facing dog. Let's take our right leg up, open up through the right, look underneath, and bend your knee or keep that leg straight. Whichever is in your practice, just continue to shift the weight back towards the hips and give it a few soft rotations just through the hip flexor, like you draw in the circle, and then go ahead and switch the direction. Very nice. And let's gently reach it up again and step through, guys, to your low lunge. Step through to your low lunge, and today we're not going to be holding the low lunge for long. We're just going to use it as lateral bends. However, make sure that your front knee somewhere in above the front ankle, and go ahead and give it a few soft lateral bends. Please, guys, use your blocks. Use your blocks, my friend, if you have those blocks. Set the blocks underneath the hands. Set the knee pads underneath your knees, and just continue to flow all the way side to side. From here, we will continue to the lizard pose. Lizard pose up here, lizard pose up here, lizard pose up here, lizard pose on the blocks, hands and elbows on the blocks. So whichever is in your practice, just dive down. Give it a few breaths. Just simply letting the tension go out of the body. Very nice, guys. And then from here, we're gonna move our back knee almost like if you would be in a tabletop position, right? Almost like if you would be in a tabletop position. And just let your right knee to go gently on the side. It doesn't have to be super far away. Just let that right knee to go gently on the side. Very good. It's a good opener. Good job, guys. Just a couple more pushes. And then we're going to take this right leg all the way farther and cross. So ankle and knee somehow continuation of each other, and just giving it a few movements back and forward, impacting the hip flexor, the quadricep. Just a breath or two again. And then return it back to the front, extend back to the low lunge, and we're going to take our left hand closer to the 45 degrees related to the foot and go for the full or half twisted dragon. It doesn't have to be the full one. Just draw the shoulder towards the knee. Make sure that you support yourself. Your shoulders are not hurting. You're feeling good. You're feeling great. You're feeling that you working on that body, but not harming it. I'm not saying it always has to be very easy, but no pain, guys. Come on back to the center and bring your ankle, grab your ankle now. If you can't grab your ankle, you're gonna pull your knee closer, and then after you grab it, you're going to pull it farther. But we're working, guys, on the left quadricep here, so you really have to feel that left quadricep. If you don't feel it, you don't work it. So we worked all week so hard. We did the hops and the jumps and the twists and worked with different equipment. So we really need to give a good restorative stretch to the leg muscles. So go ahead and continue to lean forward. I need you to continue to lean forward. And as you're leaning forward, you're gonna feel that quad on the left even more. And I feel it so hard, and I don't like it, but I still do it, right? Sometimes we don't like some things, but we're still doing it because we know it's good for our body. Go ahead, guys, and shift your weight towards the toes. Now, if towards the toes is really too much for you, then you're going to release your toes and maybe stay halfway through, or you continue to dive all the way. So find the place, and maybe it's only up here and you continue to fold forward, or maybe it's all the way to the seated position. And we today already started to work on our toes, so take your time and explore it one more time. The big mistake is rolling the foot and knee in. Take it slightly out so you can open more space for the hip flexor, and just dive forward, guys. Just dive forward. In through the nose, out through the nose. We just give it a breath or two. I'm sure your hamstring and your hip flexor feeling it, but that is exactly where it is. Let's slowly return it back to the front. And guys, we're going to roll on that left side. We're gonna roll on that left side. You will find that your right foot is somewhere in the level with the hip flexor. If not, you can take it farther down towards the foot. It's gonna make it much easier. But if it stays there, that's beautiful. Make sure that you don't sink into the shoulder, and we're just holding it. We're just holding. So see if you can sneak your right hand underneath the right ankle and just express through your heart. Close your eyes, listen to your body, see where it pulls the muscle, see where the relief is coming through. Just be proactive on being present. Gentle, 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 gentle. Now, if that's going pretty well, you're gonna take your both hands to the front and continue to counter rotate. So your knee is going backward, your chest is going forward, knee is going backwards, chest is going forward, and that's exactly how it's looking. Keep on breathing, give it a few more breaths. In through that nose, out through that nose. Looks very good. And just one more. Very nice. Come on back to the center. Great job, and shift the hips back, straight yourself. Really, really nice. Maybe give it a couple flows through the cobra if you feel like it. And if not, we return back, guys, to the downward facing dog. We will repeat this entire flow on the other side. So let's find ourselves in the downward facing dog first. Then take your left leg, guys, up and open. You can bend your knee for your circles. We start to one direction. We're just gonna do a few of them. 3, 4, 5, maybe, depend how fast or how slow you're moving. And then reverse it. Remember, guys, you can bend your knee for those circles. Don't hold the weight on the shoulders. Shift it back, please. And let's do one more good one. Open it up all the way. Push it, push it, push it, push it. And guys, step through to your low lunge. If you need to push your foot forward, definitely do that. So remember, try to put the front knee above the front ankle, and if your knees are sensitive, put something soft underneath, towel or the knee pads. So come on up with me, and we're going to go through the same few lateral bends. That's it. Just up and down. That is perfect. Good job. That feels so good. And let's do just a couple more. I want to hear from you. How are you feeling after the workout? Please comment below. Let me know what else I can do for you. And let's, guys, go ahead and dive into the lizard pose today. Your lizard with the blocks or forehead on the ground. Just find the place where you can handle it for a little bit longer. So we give it a few extra breathing cycles. In through the nose, out through the nose. Don't hurry up. That can be very challenging on one side, much easier on the other side. So stay right there, guys. And let's slowly return back up, and we're going to send our right somewhere in a 45 degrees and full dragon twist or half one. So knee to the shoulder. Just do it a gentle twist. Make sure that you support yourself. If you have to support yourself, keep on breathing. We're just gonna give it a few more breaths. Close your eyes if you have to. Listen to your body. Never underdo, never overdo, guys. And let's return it back to the center. And guys, move that right knee closer, just as we did on the other side, just almost like you're standing in a tabletop, right? And from this position, you're going to send your left knee more outside. You don't have necessarily to push it, but just kind of rock it on the outer blade of the foot and continue to open. We're going to hold it for a few extra breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Feel it through. If your ankle is not comfortable, return it back. That's it. And then take it back. And now we're going to cross over towards the right. So remains a good alignment, knee and ankle. And all we're going to do, we just give it a few movements. Back and forward, side to side. All it does, it opens a little bit more of the hip flexor. Just be mindful, right? Just be mindful. We do a couple more movements here. And then we will return back to the quadricep stretch. So your knee, if it's sensitive, remember you have to put something. If you can catch up on the back ankle, move the knee closer, then catch it up, then move it farther. But in order for us to really stretch the front quadricep, and again, we work so hard the entire week, so in order for us to do it, you have to really dig down a little bit into that muscle and lean forward. You not necessarily have to grab the ankle, but you really have to lean forward. You might use a towel or strap for your ankle with a loop, or in case it doesn't work at all, you just bend your knee and just kind of pump that ankle, imitating the grip. But let's just continue, but let's just continue to dive down into that right quadricep. If you're able to catch up with both hands, go ahead and do it. It's more challenging because you also have to add the balance here, but I really care, guys, about your quadricep right now, so I want you to be able to lean forward. Let's give it a breath or two. I'm feeling it all the way through, and just let it go, and let's shift the body weight back. That's not for everyone. You can come up and work up here, totally fine, or sit all the way back there and fall forward, guys, with me. Just a few extra breathing cycles up here. Keep on breathing, guys. Take your time. In through that nose, out through that nose. Make sure you don't roll that knee inside, maybe even just outside a little bit. And just another one. Just a breath or two, guys. Opening up those legs, giving them a good quality straight. And slowly, guys, gently take it back to the tabletop. We're gonna go for the few hip rotations, and then I will take you on the belly. Just a few to one side, then few to the other side. Great job. Go ahead, guys, and oh, we forgot one more thing. How could I forget it? So let's, guys, return this left leg back. I forgot really important thing. We're gonna rock on the right side, and from there we're going to set. I thought I forget something. We're going to set our left foot right here or somewhere down towards your toes. So you rock on the right hip and you try to keep your shoulder away from your ear. And we just holding it for the few breaths. You don't even have to push it. Just continue to hold it and extend. Feeling that exactly in the hip flexor on both sides, especially on the left right now. And we give it a few breaths here. Make sure that you keep that left foot nice and flat. See if you can grab underneath. Just sneak your left hand underneath the ankle. That is great. And then from here, take your hands all the way to the front and just continue to align your shoulders towards the front of the mat. So this side for me is much better. So you guys there observe the differences between your right and left. And accordingly, when we practice, we pay more attention to one side, maybe stay a little bit longer in another in your personal practice, and then you're going to balance and bring the harmony in your body. That feels very nice. So now let's go ahead and slowly undo this and bring the hips back to the child pose. Very nice. Come on back up to your belly, guys. Come on up with me on the belly. Today we will take the hands behind the head and we're gonna go for the gentle back pull-ups. So let's take the hands behind, but I will warn you, don't push on that neck. They just gently laying down on your neck. Elbows in line with shoulders, forehead on the floor, and reach. Few, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1. It can be very challenging from the bottom of your back. 1, guys. 3, 2, all the way and back. 3, 2, 1. We do a couple more and slowly up. 2, 3, and 4, and down, down, down. One more time, guys. Gently up. 2, 3, lift. 5, 6, 7, and release those arms all the way up front. Good work, guys. So from here we're going for bind with one hand and one arm, just like a half bow pose. So take your right shoulder underneath the right and draw your left hand towards the left ankle. See if you can connect. Use your strap or use your towel. If you can connect, excellent. See if you can lift the knee, the right knee off the floor. If you can, that's really great, guys. Take a few breaths. We don't have to force anything. If that knee is not lifting yet off the ground, that is okay. And just in and out through that nose. In and out through that nose. And we will slowly switch the hands and we will just rock on the left and press our right foot into the floor. Give it a good stretch and then rock back to the center. Do the same. So your left hand is already up here. All you have to do is catch up on the right hand with the left ankle. Reach up and open, guys. If you can reach, that is actually very good. If not, try to use strap or towel and try to lift your knee off the ground. Make sure that you equally using arm and leg strengths to lift it up. Breathe, guys. In through that nose. Out, of course, through that nose, using our belly breathing. Diaphragmatic one, the strong one, the cleansing one. And let's roll all the way on the right. Press that left foot, guys, into the ground. Take it back in the center and take your arms all the way on this side. We're gonna give a few scorpion touches to the back to relax all the tension if there is any tension left. And all the way to the other side. And give it a couple more. Right side, left side, maybe you can fit a little bit more. And to the other direction. Very nice. Come on back to the center. Take your both hands inside, fingertips inside. and reach up. All the way, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Take a good, deep, healthy, nurturing breath. Now, tuck your toes, guys. It's an option, not for everyone, but if you're going there, we're going to roll our navel in, belly in, lift, and slowly support your back. Take it all the way. Express with the heart. Let's do just a couple more. In, roll it up, round it back, feel the shoulders, wrist, lower back, sides of your body. Take it back on the floor, and we do it one more time. Reach up, all the way. Very good. Come on, back down. Nice job. We will slowly take ourselves through the downward facing dog just to make sure that we reach and stretch the back really, really nicely. Right, reach right hand to the left, then reach left to the right, then reach right to the left, and left again to the right. Come on down with me. And today I planned for us, guys, to practice the half lotus or simple crisscross for some of us yet, or the full lotus for some of you who are already progressing. So I will teach you how to do it the best way, guys. So let's begin with the right leg, so we all in one page. We're gonna begin with just taking this right. We did already a lot of hips today, but just to make sure that we did enough for the half lotus or full lotus pose, send your right knee slightly back and then give a few touches with the right heel to your left knee. All we're doing, we're just opening a little bit extra space up here. Just one more. All the way. Let's do the other leg. So draw your left knee underneath your armpit, just like this. Just hold it for the breath or two, even do a little circular movements here and there, and then give a few touches, not by dropping your shoulders down and touching it up here, right? But drawing the hip flexor back and forward. That's very nice. Just one more. Very good. Let's take it back. So let's begin with the right leg. So we all on one page. Right is going to be up front. Right leg is going to be up front. So what you want to do, you want to lift. So if that's all already, by the way, if that's already pretty challenging position for you to sit regardless, as a beginner, you're going to be sitting up here. You can also elevate yourself on the block or little towel, and just take your hands up front. Later on, we're going to practice our eagle arms, but for right now, just take your hands on the knees or somewhere else. Everyone else, let's try to go for the half lotus. So give it another little move. Remember, it comes from external hip rotation. If your ankles hurts too much, you are not ready. If your knees hurts too much, you are not ready. So that's why I encourage you to elevate that leg first, and then put not your toes, but put your ankles right on top. See how it feels. And I know some people just have a very natural good rotation in the knee and in the hip, and some better flexibility. So it's going to be easier for some of us. But if it's not and it's hurting your ankle, please do not do it. So if you know that's your place, you're going to take your left arm and take your right arm inside and bring your elbows up a little bit higher and shoulders a little bit lower, guys. And just continue to hold it up here. For those who wants to try to go for the full one, you simply take your other foot all the way on top. Again, if your ankles are hurting, you are too far, because it comes from external hip rotation. Your ankles and your knees shouldn't hurt. If it's a little bit discomfortable, that's okay. Uncomfortable, that can be a little bit, but not a pain. So again, left and right hand side. Let's take our arms up front, elbows a little bit higher, shoulders, guys, a little bit lower, and just close your eyes. just a breath or two, and maybe some of you can release your eagle arms on the floor. Keep on breathing, and we will slowly undo the half lotus, eagle arms, or the full lotus. Just make sure nothing is hurting. Please, guys, listen to your body. Do it the right way so your body can heal, restore, and recover rather than hurt it even farther. So let's lift our left leg. Lift it a little bit higher, so you're making sure that you don't trying to screw your ankle 3 times in a row and twist it in a half lotus pose, but you actually coming from the external hip rotation. So bring it up from external hip rotation. A couple years ago, I hurt my left ankle so bad, so it just healed, and some days it just doesn't go to the lotus. Some days I can just do it, and some days I can't. So if you know this is your position, or you sit in even a simple crisscross position, then take your right arm, take your right arm left inside, and elbows up, guys. Shoulders down, elbows slightly up, and continue to sit up here. If you think you are eligible and you're ready for the full one, then go ahead and take your other foot on top. Again, we're gonna take our right inside. Keep on breathing, give it a few extra breathing cycles, and maybe some of you will take it all the way to the front. And let's slowly undo the arms, undo the legs. Just take it very easy. Let's go ahead and swing the knees to the one side, just like a windshield in them, but in a seated position, and swing them all the way to the other direction. And just one more time to the left, and one more time to the right. Excellent work, guys. So let's go ahead and sit in a comfortable position, whichever is comfortable for you. And let's just say our gratitudes for the end of the week, because we grow, we expand, we learn through the gratitude. We have so many things to be grateful for. We can learn, we can practice, we can work out, we can spend this time together, we can meet the friends, right? We have that healthy body. Let's reach all the way up, all the way, guys, and close your eyes for your gratitude, so you can focus within with all your heart and pull your hands up front of that heart for the true sign of being grateful up front of your heart, both hands together. And then just simply look inside that heart and find the big giant smile within. Let everything what doesn't serve you go away. Any frustrations, anxiety, regrets, not being content, not being loving parent or brother or sister or nephew, because all it does, guys, it pulls us back, and we have to let it go. So let go of everything what doesn't serve us and open more space to everything what does. Smile with your heart and flow through the rest of this day, guys, with unshakable love, true, and peace inside. Namaste, guys. You did an amazing job. It was a long practice, and we really needed it after the hard week of work. Guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our daily workouts for beautiful, strong, and healthy body. And welcome to the community of the result-driven people. Team, I will see you all tomorrow.